So the whole point of this clip right here is that this guy's coming over and he's going through my loot bag, taking a bunch of my stuff. Someone starts shooting him, so he goes and kills them. But when I respawn, my stuff isn't there. And that's going to be the next clip as well. And I don't know why that's allowed, okay? I don't even know if they're the ones that killed me. I'm not sure because because this is on the PlayStation that I recorded this because I wasn't actually planning on recording this. So when I noticed that all my loot's gone and there was a guy hovering over my body, and look at him, he's even staring at me like I'm about to attack him or something, even though he just stole all my loot. I can't deal with this anymore. I love this game so much. I love Fallout so much. I really do. But I can't take it. And before you get all mad, oh, it's just a couple little, it's not like they're taking all your weapons and stuff, it's just a little bit of junk that you dropped when you die. It's more than that, okay, because for me, in this game, you don't have enough space to have all the stuff that, you need that. Crafting is a big part of it, okay? And so I go around and I just loot, like, everything I see that, like, steel, concrete, etc., and I just take it all and I scrap it for components so I can make grenades, etc., repair my weapons, all that. It's very important, that's why I do all that. And it's pretty hard. As you can see right now, I'm at 968 weight. If you look in the little bottom left hand corner, it was there. That's because I'm saving up all my loot and everything like that so I can scrap it, so I can repair my power armor, etc., etc. And it's happened twice now that I can't say they killed me because I'm pretty sure they'd be wanted or whatever, but I leave, okay? I leave to go do something and I just leave this game here, right? Normally there's no problem. I can normally just pause, but I can't pause this game. Normally you can pause Fallouts. You can't pause this one. So I leave to go for a second. I crouch down. I'm like, okay, it seems safe and everything. Nope. And then I don't know why it's allowed, but these people can come over and take all my loot that I've been saving up for so long now, and it's just all gone. They can just take it. They can just take what they want. Why is that allowed? Why can they do that? It's not like we were in PvP, we fought, and then they killed me and they can take all my loot. No, that didn't happen. I didn't fight back. I go to leave because I actually have a life to live and I got stuff to do. I can't just sit down and play video games. I wish I could. I really wish I could. But it's just so frustrating. And I mean, yeah, maybe if I purposely dropped it, I know that people could have picked that up and everything, and that makes sense. I didn't want any more. I dropped the loot. They can go over into that little paper bag and take it. But when I die from some, I guess, an enemy AI, or I died of a disease because it slowly hurts you or something, I don't know what killed me, but then they can go over and take my loot? What? Like, all that loot that I worked so hard to get, that I went from place to place, and all of that, and they can just take it. It's so annoying, especially when they can take the rare stuff too, like the nuclear waste. Like, I never ever have enough nuclear waste because I'm not going around picking stuff up enough, or I get killed, I drop the loot and everything, and it's all just some other player comes over and takes my stuff or something. It's just ridiculous, stupid crap. And I'm not trying to sound like I'm not trying to complain here. I love Fallout and everything, but this game has so many problems. Trust me, I did not want to make a video on this, but I can't take it anymore. I mean, yeah, a lot of people are just angry because of the bugs and all that stupid crap. And there's a lot more than that, obviously. I mean, there's so many reasons why people hate this game, and that's why there's so many people not playing this game compared to the other Fallouts. But for me, I still love it. But the multiplayer aspect is just complete garbage. Don't get me wrong, I wanted multiplayer and everything, and I still would like multiplayer, but this is not at all how I thought the multiplayer would be. This is horrible. Especially, okay, here's another one that happened, okay? When I was playing, I go over to the messenger event, and I start it, right? There's no other players around. I start it. He starts walking, and once he gets a certain distance away from me, if I'm not close enough to him, he stops, right? But this other player comes over, and I'm not getting mad at this guy because, you know, he just wanted to complete the event, I guess, too. But he comes over, and yeah, he's in the event now too, and then he just walks off with the robot, and then it shows you're exiting the event, and then I just don't get a reward for it. So then I have to go and track down the stupid messenger crap, and it's just, I wish, I mean, like, why is it when you're playing, right, and there's other people, even if they're not in your squad or whatever, they're doing the same quest, only the leader or whoever started the quest first or whatever, right, can access certain, like, little loot crates for, you know, the quests, if you know what I mean. And but they can, why is that allowed, but then all these other things are, I just don't understand. I don't understand. And the multiplayer, it's just not even that great. I have played with the friends a few times, but I didn't even bother. I don't even want to put that in my video. I'm just putting solo stuff all in, for a reason. And even when you are playing with other players though, they just, you know, they kill the other guy, they kill the enemies, and then you don't get the XP for it. I mean, that's a stupid little excuse that doesn't really matter, but I'm just saying there's a bunch of reasons, a bunch of stupid little reasons why you don't even want to play in quests with other people. I mean, you can't even, like, if someone's at a vendor bot, only one person can be there at a time, and they only have 200 caps as well. So there's just so many things, like, and also the bugs, like the radiation bug. Then there's the bug where enemies just won't even take any damage for some reason. And then there's that bug for some reason that it kept happening to me where I spawn in, my health just goes down, and then I die, and then I spawn in again. It just keeps on going down, I die. Excuse me. I burped there, sorry. But I don't understand. And you can't change the difficulty, which makes sense. It's an online multiplayer game. But, I mean, it still could make sense, you know, the enemies would do less damage and stuff like that to you. I mean, I think it would still make sense, but that doesn't really matter. That's just another petty little thing that doesn't really matter, which it probably matters a lot for other people, and I definitely see why. When you're trying to play solo and it's just practically impossible in some scenarios, like the Grafton monster when I was off in the woods and I had to kill, it was called the Cryptoid. Kill the Cryptoid, and it was the Grafton monster I had to kill. And I'm off in the woods, and I'm trying to find someplace high because he just one-shots me. He's really fast. I can't even get away in time. I have no guns that can actually do a significant amount of damage. I even shot a Merv at him, but it apparently did nothing. If you watched, I think it was maybe my last video, the video before that, I was talking about how garbage the Merv is that shoots 8 nukes. And for some reason it doesn't even do anything half the time, and it goes like no distance either. It barely goes anywhere in front of you, unlike the other games. Just like how also melee weapons have, apparently they seem to have less range, which I don't really see how that's, I mean, I kind of see it, but I don't really fully see how that's, you know, balancing out the game. It's melee weapons. I mean, if the melee weapon, you have to be literally touching them. Okay, you can't even be like, it's, look, see this sledgehammer? You think it would have a little bit more distance than a knife, right? No, they have the exact same melee range, it feels like, and it's just, I don't understand it at all. It feels, I don't get it, and it's so empty with all the NPCs, and I of course didn't want all that stuff, but I allowed it, and I kept playing the game, and I was having fun and all that, and the storyline was pretty crap, honestly. There's some good things in it, but overall it's kind of bland. But I let all that slip by because it was great. I mean, I love Fallout. I love how it works and everything. But then with the players, man, when they're attacking me for no reason, and I'm not fighting them back, and then they don't even, they're over here just purposely annoying me. And that one guy that was following me around and then kept going, I mean, you know, maybe if he's trying to do the same quest as me. But then I thought that at first, you know, he's going on the same terminal and everything like that at first. But then I started straying off just randomly, and he's still following me, and he's not inviting me to a team. Okay, I mean, maybe you want, you know, you want to be around me, you know, help each other out. You're finding it hard or something, right? But when he's following me and he's shooting me, he's using the same terminal, so I can't even use it and all that stuff, and he's just purposely trying to annoy me. And I literally had to leave the game and rejoin the server so I could get away from him. Not because I was trying to be a bully. I didn't say anything at all. I just left the game. It's because he was annoying me. I didn't shoot him back or anything. He didn't kill me or anything. Then there's that other time when I got wanted, and I literally have no idea why. I didn't attack anybody. This was before I even got into my first PvP match, and that only happened twice. And that's when the other players attacked me. By the way, I have never initiated combat. Both times they have attacked me first. But before all that, I was wanted, and I have no idea why, honestly. I have no idea. I didn't even shoot another player. At least not on purpose, not that I know of. And even if I did, I don't see how that makes you wanted. I've been shot a bunch of times, and they didn't get wanted. I didn't get to kill them and stuff. But for some reason, I guess maybe I strolled into somebody's camp and maybe took something, but I don't recall. I mean, it's not like it was obvious or anything. I have no idea. I mean, maybe they owned the camp and I went in and I took a Nuka-Cola out of a vending machine, which they couldn't even spawn in themselves. It's not even possible. It just spawned there in the location. They claimed that workshop maybe, and I didn't know, and then I got a cap bounty on my head and got killed, lost a bunch of caps and everything. Oh yeah, and then there's that other time when I was fighting the PvP. This was the first PvP match, not match, but you know what I mean. When I was fighting the guy, and every time he killed me, I'd lose like 25 or something caps. But then when I killed him, he'd lose only 7, I think it was. And maybe that's because I had more caps than him, but I don't think I should lose 25 just because this little ding-dong's coming over and initiating the combat with me means that I lose more caps. And once again, all of that I let slip by. I mean, and there's so much more than that, honestly. But I mean, this video would be way too long, and no one would be watching at that point. So I'm just gonna go back to the beginning point here, okay? When I die, right, and the player's not the one that killed me, I die from some unknown cause, an AI, or I just starved to death, or whatever the heck happens. And they can come over and take all of my junk, the loot that I've been saving up crafting. Probably it's more important than even a fat man would be, because you need it to repair your weapons, to craft your food, to do all of that, to complete a bunch of quests. You need to repair stuff, you need to build stuff, build my camp, everything. And I just lose all of that loot because I want to take a minute to go by myself. And they can, okay, maybe I lose the loot because I died, right? That makes sense. But I lose the loot because some other player wants to come over and steal it from me, and they don't even get wanted? They come over and take all my stuff, and they don't even get wanted. I can't even go and take my stuff back and get a cap bounty. If I attack them, I'm the bad guy in the situation, apparently, on this game. I let everything slide until this. And honestly, I shouldn't have. Most people didn't even let a quarter of this slide. And I'm just ashamed. I've never had, I mean, obviously the other followers have had bugs, and they still do have bugs that have never been fixed, some of them. But I've let all that pass. I've let all that slide like it was nothing. But at this point, all of my loot that I'm saving up, and I die, right? And there's any other player just around, they can just come and steal my stuff. Anyways, the point is here, okay, is multiplayer was completely wrong in this game. It's completely like 90% wrong. 90%. Other players are more of a nuisance. I'm not even kidding. 90% of the time. I am not kidding with you right now. 90% of the time, the other players are nuisances because they're in the terminals, you're trying to do the quest for, they're doing it too. And okay, I'm not mad at them over that. Or they take your loot, or they initiate combat, they're attacking you, or they're using the vendor bot where you're trying to do that stuff, or they just get in the way, or they're just constantly following you, annoying you. And I have met one good person, only one good person. Okay, we were doing this thing where we had to defend the flowers or whatever, and there was an event, and he just happened to come over to the event to complete it with me. And we're completing the event, and I do the little, we're doing emotes back and forth and everything. He invites me to his party, whatever, we join, we team up. And before I even get to say anything on my microphone, he's like, oh, you're in, what do you say, you were irradiated, you're pretty irradiated or whatever, because I think I did the irradiated emote or whatever, and he didn't just give me 1 rat away, he gave me 10 rat away. I mean, that's pretty generous, especially on this game where you get radiation from almost like everything. And that was the only good person that I met on this game. And I'm not complaining, I'm not saying, oh, you're just some random player and you want to walk by me, you don't have to give me something. I'm not saying that at all. I mean, I have no problem with you at all if you just want to play the game and you're going over and you're using the terminal, I need to wait. That's not you trying to be a jerk. No, I have no problem with that. It's just all I was using that as a point, as is most people are jerks in the world, and on this game I'm just showing that players are a nuisance. That's it. They're just a nuisance. That's it. Whether they're killing the AIs you need to kill, taking your XP. I know those are all little petty little things and they don't really matter, but I'm just saying, all these things add up. Especially when they can go and take your loot when you weren't even fighting with them. They can just go over, you just happen to die, they can just follow you, right? Wait for you to die, and then grab all your loot. Of course they can't grab your weapons or food or whatever, but you know what I mean, the junk. I've talked enough, and I hope you all have a good day, night, whatever it is for you. No one's probably even in the video at this point, but thank you so much, and peace out.